Hello, my loves. So, I got on the Gonk train, choo-woo, off to Christmas City. But I decided to do something slightly different. So, I'm having a bougie Gonk. That sounds like some sort of dodgy cocktail. A bougie Gonk, please. So, we're going Fendi, we're going bling. I'm using these fantastic decals from the Queen of Decals. And they're just the Fendi kind of decals. Beautiful bright pink. I've got a kitten on me, and if she plays up, I will show you kitten cam. Oh, she just sneezed in my face. So, I've taken the shine off of this tip, and I'm actually applying Lecente's foil gel. It's not a necessity that you do this for decals. It's just my preference. And I've got a couple of tips from you beautiful people about avoiding the kind of creasing. So I'll show you how I use those as well. I'm just gonna, I've got a kitten chewing my finger, a dog bashing the door to get out. Hang on a minute. Dearie me. What is my life? This chaos. So I'm just cutting out the decals now. And then I'll just pop them into a little cup of water and let them soak for a couple of minutes. Oh, she's off. Come here. There we are. Beautiful. Just pop it into the water. Literally, I probably put it in there for about 20 seconds. And then out it comes. And I have not cured this gel, this foil gel. It's stuck as it is. It's still uncured. And I'm going to tap it down. And if I start feeling like my edges are going to kink and crease, then I just add some little cuts to them, little snips, and it worked a treat. So I can't remember who it was that gave me that advice, but thank you so much, because it has helped tons. Now, once I'm happy with the positioning of the decal, then I'll do a full cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. Then as soon as it's fully cured, I'm just going to take off any excess. If it's really long, I'll snip it. And then if it's the bit sort of closer parts, I'll actually just use the 180 grit side of my buffer and just gently buff downwards, not up. I don't want to rip it off the nail. I want to make sure it's just flush with the sides so that when I cap it, I'm going to get that adhesion on the side and cover up the edges of the decal. So I've done that on the thumb, the index finger and the pinky. They're all done. Fabulous. Now I'm going to do the ombre, and I'm using Perfect Pink from Nailmate. Now, if I was doing this on a real person, I think it would look a little bit better, because I was really conscious of, like, when you do it on tips, they always look a lot thicker. So I'm trying to keep the product thinner, which means that it's showing through a little bit more than it would on the ombre. Or even better, I should have used that Petals glitter acrylic to do the ombre. That would have looked amazing. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, eh? But I'm basically ombreing down the Perfect Pink, and I do this in 2 to 3 beads depending on the size of the tip. Then once the ombre is all set, I'm going to cap it. I'm concentrating the majority of the product where the blend and the Fendi design is, because I don't need a whole bulk of product at the cuticle. And I'm just using Nailmate's Crystal Clear. So I did the same on the other tips, and then on the final two tips we're going to do a whole nail of perfect pink, because one is going to have my little gonk. I feel like that's an offensive term, like it sounds, my son thought it, like my older son, obviously not little Oliver, thought it was some sort of slang for a vagina. Oh my god. Anyway, let's call him a Dutch gnome. So he'll be on one nail, and then I'm going to have a beautiful Swarovski crystal design on the other nail. So I'll just use the 3 bead method to build up the tips with this beautiful acrylic.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good.
Okie dokie. And then when they've been filed and buffed, I'm just going in with the Gel Bottles matte top coat, because it's easier to paint onto a matte surface. So this is going to be the Gonk nail. So I'll put that on and cure it in my lamp for 60 seconds. And I'm also going to, now I initially did the matte top coat on this one too, and then I decided to change it. So I did all the Fendi nails with a gloss top coat instead.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging.
Right, now I have sped this up because it takes a long time. I can't remember the name of this pink. This is from Madame Glam. And the other gels that I use are actually CJP Art Paint Gel. So I'm basically breaking down the design. I'm doing the outline of the hat using this pink from Madame Glam, just to get a rough idea of where it's going to go. And then once I'm happy with the position of it, I'll just whack it in my lamp for 10 seconds and just do a flash cure. Bringing it down so there's like little tassels at the side. I've never done anything like this before, but it's not really hard. It's just about kind of plotting where you want things to go. And then I'm just going to completely fill in that hat with this. Oh my god, that's the cat on the lovely new leather sofa. Good job I took out full insurance, isn't it? I'm just going to fill in the hat with that lovely pink, and then I'll do the full cure for 30 seconds.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hanging by the fire chill. This how it's supposed to be. Making our Christmas memories.
Right, so I've mixed some of the CJP white gel paint in with this pink to make the Gonk's nose. And the nose is basically like a fat oval. It's not round, it's like a fat oval. Is all I can describe it as. So initially, I'm just doing everything very flat, very two-dimensional. So the pink hat, the light pink nose, but as time goes on, you'll see how I kind of build it up a little bit. I'll let you watch, because I don't really know, if I talk all the way through it, you might fall asleep at the sound of my boring voice. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll pop in every now and again and let you know what I'm doing. So here I'm using the white gel paint, and I'm just really scruffily making hairs with it. Really scruffy, kind of dry on the brush. I want it to look textured. I'll do the initial ones with white, and then I'm going to mix a tiny bit of black gel paint with white gel paint and make like a dirty grey. And I'll go in and do some of those. Then I'll go back in again and do some more white, and I'm flash curing in between. But the purpose of that is to give it texture and depth. Otherwise it will just look like really flat and not like a scruffy beard, but more like just a white, bless you, a white blob. So just scruffy, tiny, swirly, messy kind of strands of beard. Quick flash cure, and then I'll go in with the next colour. I think his beard is starting to look quite nice now. We're going to add some light and dark to the hat just to give it a little bit more depth. So make sure that your light bits are on the same side. So same side as the nose will be on the hat. Otherwise it'll look a bit odd. Quick flash cure. And I added a little crease here, and I thought it was a bit too light, so then I darkened it a little bit. Then I added a little bit of black nearby to try and make it look a bit like a fold. I'm not the best at this, but I'm developing my skill set slowly, painstakingly, but surely. Little bit of highlight on the nose as well, just to give it that kind of more three-dimensional look. Right, sorry, the cat's chewing my thumb. So I've got a little bit of white there on the nose, just to give it a highlight. And then a little bit of black, just kind of mushed in with that pink and grey, just to give a little bit of a kind of shadowy effect on there. I have to show you this cat, hang on. This is how I'm doing a voiceover. Don't mind her, she's just washing her feet on me. Misha. Misha. Isn't she gorgeous? Say hi. You don't. Oh, madam, do you mind? Okay, back to my gonk. So I've done a little flash cure, and now I'm going to outline the hat using the white art gel. Like he's got a little white fluffy trim all the way. Well, it's a she actually. It's just a little she gonk. The kitten is fascinated by watching the brush on the screen. Ah, no. So the little hat has just got a nice little white outline and a white cuff that will go around the nose, like a Santa hat, I suppose, and then a little white bauble on the end that I'll use a dotting tool to do.
Can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, and that's what we do. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand you let me. Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart.
I then decided that my gonk needed a little bit of glitter on her hat, but instead of using glitter, I'm just using some more of that gel paint from CJP in the colour Champagne. Couple of little sparkly stars to finish her off, and then we're going to use the Gel Bottles matte top coat. See, I was going to do it with acrylic and make it 3D, but I just fancied doing a little hand painted one with gel, because not everybody wants to do a big 3D acrylic one. Some people might just want it flat, so I thought I'll do this version. Ow. Seriously. Now, you know it's that time. 'Cause it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that bling. Isn't that right, Misha? Misha says yes. Got myself some Swarovski crystals and some nice adhesive there. And I'm just using a selection of fuchsia shimmer, white opal and rose AB, I believe, in a selection of sizes from SS3 to, I'm not sure, maybe SS10 or 12, can't remember. So once the crystals have dried, I need to seal them in. Look how sparkly they are. So the top tip here is to use a really good quality brush. I've got a synthetic brush because I'm using it for getting that gel right in and around the crystals. You want precision. You don't want it to be splatting up and going up all over the sides of the crystals and over the top of the crystals. So you want a brush that can hold its own. So I'm using the matte top coat and I'm just going to tuck it in all around those crystals to really seal them in place. This is like a vital part of the process. If you don't get this right, you will lose crystals. No doubt. So get this bit right. Don't flood over the crystals. Use a brush that really gives you that precision with a nice synthetic bristle head on it. Get it right in there. And tuck it around the crystals and it will just hug them close to the nail and they won't budge. And seriously, sometimes I'm literally I am forcing them off when people come to get an infill, and sometimes I'm sat there thinking I can't get them off and I'm clipping and nipping, but that's what you want them to last. People are paying for crystals, they're paying good money to have beautiful nails, so you want that stuff sticking where you put it.
Whoa. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased.
I will then cure that in my lamp and show you the whole set. Now, I'll show you the set on my nail stand. Here it is. And then I'll show you it on my nails. Obviously, they're a bit big because they're press-ons. And I'll show you them in a couple of pictures as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, just give me a shout and I'll see you in my next one. Tally bye!
Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.